Four games all coming down to this. The Northern Burlington Greyhounds and the Gloucester City Mustangs, broadcast exclusively on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Oh boy, the pinnacle, and I mean the pinnacle, of WJYFL Championship Weekend is right here, right now. As we're going to get set in a couple of minutes from under the lights in Gloucester. We'll be right back. The 140-pound championship game is just about to begin. They're still doing cards, and they'll do the coin toss after that. But my goodness, after the first three games were all shutouts, I'd love to see at least a back-and-forth game for once in my life.
Remind everyone that only coaching personnel with cards are permitted on the playing surface. If you don't have a card, you have to stay on this side of the fence.
He's very superstitious. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, I was going to eat when I got home, but well, big part. Well, hey, it's Gloucester. Happens in Gloucester, I'll get that. I would 100%. I'm going to put a little on. Oh yeah, he didn't feel it when it first happened. What?
So we'll be getting started in a few minutes. Gloucester City and Northern Burlington in the 140-pound championship game. I'm Dan Wilkins of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Coin toss had just concluded. And I don't know about you, but I am pretty pumped for this game. Because honestly, after seeing 4 shutouts back to back, you do kind of hope after a while that you at least see some competitive action. And it appears to me that Northern Burlington will kick off, Gloucester City will receive, although I may be wrong on that. We'll see. Gloucester City getting hyped up on their sideline. As the sun is setting, the sun is almost completely set. The lights are on. The show is on. Gloves are off. The ball is off. This is going to be... even I am very excited to call this game tonight. All this build-up. There's still some ice on the sideline from when Bordentown's head coach got Gatorade bathed after winning the title. And now only one trophy remains in the north end zone, and that is for the 140-pound team, whoever that may be, in the West Jersey Youth Football League 2021 season. Been here since about 9:30 this morning. We've seen it all. Almost feels like a full work day. Line drive kick from Lynch. We're underway. The bounce at the 27. Bringing it back is number 22, Ryan Bergeron. And that will be the first Northern Burlington offensive possession tonight from the 34. Excuse me, I was reading the roster wrong. Ryan Borgstrom on the return. So Gloucester City will walk this one out.
Championship Saturday here at Gloucester High School. Gloucester High School. So we just thank the staff and management here for their hospitality.
First play up the middle, and he gets taken down.
Burgos on the carry for Northern Burlington. It's up to about, I'm going to say the 36-yard line. This will be second down and about 9 to go.
Handoff up the middle, and that one will get him a few yards, but nothing crazy. And it'll get him to about the 40 for a third down.
For the offense. Actually, the ball sitting at the 42. So, third and 3.
Third and 3 from about the 40. Handoff. Left side to number 19. And he is wrapped up by the Gloucester defense. They absolutely pounce on him. And it'll be fourth down. The ball carried by Lucas Burgos. Lucas Burgos tried to get the ball off and just, Gloucester City wraps them up. No worry whatsoever. No score, just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Fourth and 5. The Greyhounds trying to salvage this first set of downs in this first offensive. Actually, no, they're going to punt it away.
Punt is up.
I thought they were going to try to challenge that, but instead it'll be taken in by number 3, Jacob Omer.
Starting out first and 10 from there.
So Northern Burlington prevents Gloucester from having that great a field position. A great punt from their guy, and it's inside the 25-yard line.
Unless you got a good return and you can save
Handoff up the middle,
Coming up the middle.
trying to make that work.
Trying to make something happen.
Doesn't go too far with it, and it'll be second down.
2-yard line.
At most, maybe got a yard or two.
Lewis on the carry.
Ball carried by Braden Lewis.
About 9 to go here for Gloucester.
Two men in the backfield. One slot receiver to the right side. He's going to hand it off to the left again. Here comes a hard hit from Braden Lewis.
Up into the 39-yard line. And we have an official timeout.
Time is called. I don't know what exactly happened there. Yeah, like I said, there's still ice on the sideline if you can see.
Ball right on the 40-yard
Yeah,
line.
there's still, it's speckled everywhere. There's a bunch of ice from when Bordentown's head coach got splattered with Gatorade.
Out there.
First down, Gloucester City. Again, two men in the backfield. Hand it off, right up the middle. Doesn't get too far with it, and the whistle is eventually blown. And you know, for the quarterback, Robert O'Connor, you have to realize that when so much is on the line, you can't really let the ball air out. I haven't seen him pass much today or in previous games, but he used to air the ball out a lot more versus Oak Lynn. And right now, he's being smart about it. He's keeping the ball on the ground, and he's not making any silly mistakes. Flipped back to the right side. Lewis with a good carry. Oh, boy. He gets it past the 50, and he gets taken down. Whistle is blown at the 48. Man, Braden Lewis came in there like a bull in a china shop and absolutely wreaked havoc on the Northern Burlington defense.
First down, Gloucester.
And that was able to convert for a first down for the Gloucester City Mustangs. Up the middle. Oh. He'll eventually be taken down in a swarm of Northern Burlington defenders.
Let's see what officials mark as forward progress. Marking it at the 43.
They will mark it at the 43, which is more based off of forward progress, because he had gotten to a certain point and then really got squashed. And had gotten set back a few yards. So thanks to forward progress, it'll be at the 43. 2nd and 6. No score. 4 minutes into the first quarter. Hand off, Lewis, right side, whistle now at the 40.
Before he stopped by the Northern Burlington defense. But they're going to spot the ball on the 41-yard line. So 3rd and 4 here for Gloucester.
Hand it off. Is this enough to make a first down? They're definitely making it difficult. A swarm of everywhere from yellow to blue.
I'm looking at 4th and 2.
It is short of a first, but it's close enough to where Gloucester City could attempt to convert it on downs if they choose to. But honestly, who wouldn't do that on 4th and 2? It's low risk considering how fast-paced your offense is, and it is very much a high-reward move. They're waiting a long time to snap this one. O'Connor hands it off to Lewis to the left side. Helmet-to-helmet contact. Is it good enough for a first down? We'll see where they mark it. I think Northern Burlington's going to get the ball on offense, and we'll see where it lands. We'll see where it's marked. And, yup. Northern Burlington back on offense.
So Northern Burlington will take over 1st and 10 from their own 38.
From inside their own 40, Northern Burlington will take this one. And at least attempt, if you will, to move the ball forward. I mean, don't get me wrong, Northern Burlington's defense isn't bad, but Gloucester City's offense has that slight edge. And Northern Burlington has shown that their offense can be pretty powerful as well. Handoff up the middle. Look at that! Wow! Great run there by number 20, Kevin Cunningham. It's good enough for about 6 or 7 yards. And at the 46-yard line, they'll line it up on 2nd and short.
This will be about 2nd and 3 from where I'm sitting. Another helmet strap equipment situation. All fixed up.
And we've seen a few of those helmet straps going wild. Hand off. Does he have enough? That should be a first down for the Northern Burlington Greyhounds. And it will be. Greyhounds move the ball forward. And they'll be marked at the 47, just about. Up the middle, a hard hit. He had gotten stopped like he was being hit by a bulldozer. Really didn't go anywhere with it. And they'll go back into their respective huddles at the 47-yard line. Time is running down in the first quarter. 45 seconds left. Handoff, left side. This one's taken in by number 19. He gets it to the 40. It'll be just short of a first by maybe 2 or 3 yards.
40-yard line, give or take.
That was taken in by number 19, Lucas Burgos.
Official spotting the ball on the 41. Third down. Looks to be about 4 yards to go.
Timeout is actually no, not timeout. We're going to the second quarter, no score here in Gloucester City. We got something going on. It's with number 11 on Gloucester. This is interesting. Number 11 is William Rogers, by the way. So now as a substitute, it will be number 20, Cole Little, coming in. So something is wrong with Rogers' helmet. And they will resume play to start the second quarter. That one gets waddled up.
They now picks up maybe about 2 yards.
And it'll be fourth down.
To the 39-yard line. Brings up fourth and about 2.
Again, doesn't really go anywhere with it, but still has at least something. Handoff up the middle, getting swallowed up is Logan Burgos. But is it enough for a first? We will have to see what they do with the chains. It is enough for a Greyhounds first down. Wow. They had been on 4th and 2, so it wasn't like it was unprecedented, but I thought it was at least a little short. They must have gotten it across just barely to convert it on downs and give the Northern Burlington Greyhounds a new set of downs. It's pitched back to Burgos. And he's still on his feet. He's down at the 33.
Burgos on the corner. Brings up second and roughly 6.
Lucas Burgos on the carry.
Coming up at halftime, they should be having a performance by our 140-pound cheerleading squad. They're keeping themselves warm on the sideline. We do have the 50-50 going around. It's up a couple of an arm's length.
About 7 minutes and 45 seconds, still early in the second quarter. Hand it off. Who has it? I think Burgos has it. Lucas Burgos! Lucas Burgos! Touchdown, Northern Burlington. Greyhounds on the board. Lucas Burgos. Puts them on the board with a score, and it's 6-zip. They'll try the extra point, and they're going to kick this one. Slated to kick it is number 37, Christian Hall. Holding is number 4. Don't see him on my roster, but oh, that one is a good kick, and it is good. So that will be a 2-point conversion extra kick. You don't see that every day, but Christian Hall does it no problem, and it's 8-0. Northern Burlington leads. Northern Burlington will kick off. It won't be Christian Hall. Actually, no, it will be Christian Hall. I saw number 15 out there, and I thought that would be it. A boomer back to the 17-yard line. This one will take it in. Look at this spin around. He gets it to the 24, and he's taken down. And that would have been even worse if it weren't for that great kick from Christian Hall. Number 15 on the return, that being Stephen Mountis. First down for Gloucester City, 7:23 left in the second quarter. In the I form, receiver in the slot to the left. Gloucester City trying to draw Northern Burlington off, but they fail to do so as Braden Lewis gets it off to the left side and gets about 2 yards out of it before the whistle is blown at the 26.
25. The official is going to toss the ball. Notice the ball just at about the 26-yard line. Giving on for 2nd and 9.
Yeah, the night has fallen here in Gloucester. You can only see a sliver of the sun left, and I mean, even by that, it's the slightest little thing. We're under the lights. It's nighttime. Feels good watching primetime football, doesn't it? When there's no college football or anything like that, it does kind of fill the void, especially if you're an avid fan of Gloucester or Northern Burlington, whatever side you may be on, or if you're just a spectator here for the spectacle. Like I wasn't a fan of the Braves or the Astros during the World Series, but I still watched them. So, at least something of that.
6:10 remaining in the first half.
Gloucester City in their huddles, Northern Burlington just eagerly waiting on defense to try to pounce on the ball. Two men in the backfield, 2nd and 7, under 6 minutes left in the half. Oh, this one might be trouble for O'Connor. He's in trouble, and he is taken down. I don't know who that was on the tackle exactly. That looked like that was number 28, Liam Velit.
No gain on the play. That brings up 4th down. About 7 yards to go.
So no gain, no loss for Gloucester City as they line it up from the 28-yard line. Oh boy. Things getting feisty in just the second quarter. They're going to punt. The punt is short, and it will stop right there at the 43-yard line.
Down the ball, so Northern Burlington takes over from there.
Northern Burlington will take over at the 43-yard line, looking for something to mount off of.
4:46 remains in the half.
Handoff up the middle. Burgos has it. And it won't really go too far. And if you're the quarterback, Dylan White, I mean, it's kind of a deal of game recognized game. Like, yeah, you're in the lead and, you have all that, but you also have to recognize that running is not your only option. This Gloucester City defense might not be the absolute fastest in terms of, how fast they're going to track down a ball. If he passes the ball once or twice, he might be lucky with a completion. Although I might have been wrong right there because they are very swift when they're taking down competition on the ground. So right around the 45, he's taken down. Oh boy. Under 4 minutes left in the half.
And we have a timeout on the field called by Northern Burlington. As their first charge timeout of the half. 3:09 remaining in the second quarter.
Timeout is called on the field, by the way. That is on Northern Burlington. We'll update the scoreboard. 8-0 here in the second quarter, 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. And now whistles are blown by the officials. I'm telling them about something, I don't know. This one was really far back. White fakes a pass, and now it goes to Burgos, who gets it to the 41-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Still just outside of 10 yards of the first down. They'll probably punt this one away on that drive. So 4th and 9. 4th and 9, 4th and 10, give or take. The only underlying problem is, are they going to punt? And it looks like they will. Oh, ball is loose. Now he's going to punt it away. And it will roll. Are you kidding me?
And the ball end over end bounces out at the 1-yard line.
That is... They talk about in the NFL, Pat McAfee once said one of the most famous words in all of football, and that is, punters are people too. And you know what? That reigns painfully true when you realize that somebody who is no older than a freshman in high school just punted that ball from the 40, had to rebound from having it almost taken away from him, and rebounded to have it going out right at the 1-yard line. That is the best punt I have ever seen. You might see me celebrate more over a punt than I have over a touchdown. I mean, holy cow. That is incredible, to say the least. And now, Gloucester City's job is to avoid a safety. And it looks like they're going to do a pretty good job of that as they basically carry the Greyhounds defense on their shoulders.
Avoid the safety.
You know, I do wonder if there is a 1-point safety in the WJYFL. If you don't know what that is, in college football,
Sitting at about the 3-yard line.
if you are, I'm pretty sure, I believe it's if you're attempting an extra point attempt. I'm 99% sure it's if you're attempting an extra point attempt, and you, the kick is blocked, and it goes out of the end zone and back in, and it's a safety, and it's a 1-point safety. I'm 99% sure that's the case. Lewis is going to, again, avoid getting the ball in the end zone, and it is at the 5-yard line that they'll take this one.
And we have a timeout on the field called by Northern Burlington.
Timeout is called by Northern Burlington. They've used their second tonight. 1 minute, 24 seconds remaining. We'll take a breather, and we'll be back right after this.
On the board, remaining in the second quarter.
Just under 90 seconds left in the half. We'll have our typical 12-minute break after this. Gloucester City trying to avoid a safety. They're going to let it roll. Oh, they were going to pass. Now he's not, but he left himself enough room. A flag comes flying in from the far side of the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Ball's out about the 6 or 7 yard line now.
It's on Gloucester, I believe.
And they have a hold charge to Gloucester.
Yeah, that'll be a holding call on
Penalties declined.
yeah, on the
Could
Mustangs.
bring up 4th down after Northern Burlington declines the penalty. Working about 3 to go here. timeout, Gloucester. Their first
Now, Gloucester called a timeout, so it's timeout palooza. A minute 16 left in the half. I tried fixing the camera and I accidentally unscrewed it, so you'll have to deal with shaky footage for about 30 seconds. This one's back. He'll punt.
High snap. Comes out and takes the Gloucester roll after about the 35.
And that'll be picked up at about the 35.
Down by the return team. Northern Burlington first and 10 from the Gloucester 35. Quarterback drops back, pass over to the right side.
Pass is caught by Burgos and he gets taken down. I'm still trying to fix the camera because it unscrewed itself. Give us 1 second as we try to fix that.
Timeout called by Northern Burlington, their third charge timeout of the half. Just outside 59 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Okay, I think at least that we fixed it. I think, at least.
Once again, folks, we do still have the 50-50 going around, I do believe. You still have some pretty tickets. There's some taking home cash. Second and 6. Maybe.
Second and about 5 from the 31-yard line, just about. Burgos in motion to the right side. He might go for Burgos right here. Talk about airing it out. It is intercepted by the defense. Number 0, oh my! Gloucester City with an INT from William Durham. And with 51 seconds left in the half, Gloucester City starts anew from the 7-yard line. Oh boy! Might be closer to the 9. They're trying to fix one of Northern Burlington's shoelaces. Jacob Burgos. Lucas Burgos, excuse me. Oh boy. Whew. Man, oh man. Yeah, it's getting exciting out here. 51 seconds left in the half. Hand it off. Right side. Look who's got this one. The ball's loose, and the Greyhounds fall on it. One play and another turnover.
Another turnover here. It's back to Northern Burlington, boys.
Well, we were talking about how penalties breed penalties. Well, how about turnovers breeding turnovers? Steven Mountes on the carry. Ball popped out from underneath him and turned into disaster.
Back on offense here late in the second quarter.
So that interception has basically been erased, as it didn't really matter. In fact, they get a new set of downs from it. So how about that? Up the middle, I believe Burgos has the ball, and that will be second down. .44 seconds left.
And Northern Burlington has played their fourth and final timeout of the half. Just inside 43 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Gloucester is upset because there was a bit of a discrepancy with the timing. So yeah, Gloucester's a little upset, not only because the timeout was called, but also because of the timing. The clock wasn't running during that last play, so halftime might be accelerated by a few seconds. We'll see what they officially call. I can't even see the referee's hand signals.
Triple resetting the clock for 40 seconds.
Oh, Wake in trouble! Intercepted! Going back with it! Are you kidding me? Do they go all the way? And it is down in the red zone! The ball got knocked in the air and picked up by none other than Caden Weber. Oh, yeah, you want to complain about the timing? How about the timing of that play? Gloucester City, ladies and gentlemen, is back in it in the first half. We don't even need to wait until halftime. Caden Weber said bye-bye. Holy cow. Oh, man. That is incredible.
After being issued a sideline warning by the referee.
And some of the coaches on the sideline are absolutely livid with what's going on right now. And they were given a warning by the referees to cut it out. 24.6 seconds left. Can Gloucester City get on the board? He hands it off, right side. Lewis finds open room. Touchdown Mustangs! Braden Lewis ends the streak of 3 games in a row with a shutout, as now both teams have gotten on the board 8-6. It doesn't matter what side you're on, you have to wonder what Caden Weber's thinking right now. I mean, holy cow. The ball that Dylan White threw never hit the ground. And that is what allowed Gloucester City to score before the end of the half. I told you this game would be good. I said it would be very, very good. Braden Lewis will kick. O'Connor will hold. He left too much time. It doesn't matter. The 2-point extra point is good. And Gloucester City, with 17.9 seconds left in the half, has just tied this game. Unbelievable. And if there's anybody who will get Defensive Player of the Game at the end of the day, no matter what happens, Caden Weber is a top contender. From what just happened, I think you might need to pinch yourself. And look, that coach that might have been livid on the sidelines, he might have not been happy then, but your team just tied up the game. What isn't there to be happy about? $17.9 seconds left in the first half. 8-8, we are tied up. Gloucester will kick off. Lewis will send it away on the left side of your screen. He lets it fly, a line drive kick that goes right to Burgos at the 40. He'll try to let it run through the middle. It'll be taken down at midfield. Still no whistle. Flags come flying in as the clock is stopped with 8 seconds left.
They're supposed to be spotting the ball for the moment at the 49.
But where will that penalty come in? What's this all about? It's on Gloucester.
Personal foul is being charged to the kicking team for a face mask.
Face mask on Gloucester, as the public address person says.
Ball coming out, or down rather to the 34-yard line, following the penalty on the kicking team.
So after the face mask that was called late, while basically everybody was swarmed up in that one defensive, I don't know what you want to call it. It was a whole bunch of people at once. They'll take a knee, and we will go to the halftime break, 8-8. And it's only 8-8 because of Caden Weber and Braden Lewis. What a tandem for Gloucester. We'll take a 10-minute break and be back in just a few with the second half of the 140-pound championship game from Gloucester City High School. All knotted up at 8. We're back from the third quarter, the second half of the West Jersey Youth Football League 140-pound championship game. Boy, oh boy, was this one shaping up to be a rough one for Gloucester City until less than a minute left in the second quarter when none other than Weber #1 picked the ball off from a batted pass that had never hit the ground. It got picked up, brought back all the way back to the 15-yard line, and eventually Gloucester City scored with 20 seconds left in the half, and that's where we stand, 8-8. The first 3 games I did today were all shutouts, including the 60-pound game that was not broadcasted, but I was at least here to set up for. So we had 6-0, Northern Burlington beating Mr. Gloucester City, and then 100-pound game was an absolute slaughter. 38-0, Belmar beat Gloucester City. And then the 115-pound game was Bordentown and Belmar, that Bordentown won by 27 points. So this one isn't looking like it's going to be a mercy rule-esque game tonight. Oh boy. Gloucester City meeting up in their huddle down at the sideline. And they're going to take the field again for kickoff. I've gotten my nutrition for today. I've got peanut M&Ms. I mean, I've basically been fed by the snack stand.
All right, Gloucester, after making the end of the first half, one of the most exciting that I've seen in my 12 years upstairs, set to receive the kick to open the second half.
Northern Burlington will kick off, Gloucester will receive, and honestly, that's kind of a blessing in disguise, if you will, because with Gloucester's momentum from that exciting first half closer, who's to say that they can't capitalize on that in the second half? Still 20 more minutes of football to play, 10 minutes, 2 quarters each. Oh boy! Everybody's getting crazy out here. Gloucester's excited. Going to kick the ball is number 15, which is Dylan White. Not Dylan White, excuse me. I got the numbers wrong. Number 15 is Matthew Calero. Excuse me. Oh, look at this. A line drive from Hall. Brought back. And a flag comes flying in like a rocket. And a flag from the backfield. Carried by Will Durham. We'll see what the flag's all about. Block in the back. So Gloucester's good return there has been made somewhat irrelevant. I mean, Will Durham had a good run. Will Durham is very fast.
10-yard walk back, so Gloucester's going to start out 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Hand it off to the left side. Lewis has it. And Lewis takes himself out of bounds before, before Brandon Boldazar can get there.
Picks up half to Real Estate, 2nd and 5. Okay, it's a down box if you kindly join the game.
O'Connor under center.
Hand
off up the middle. How far does he go? And the ball comes out! I think the Greyhounds have the ball! Northern Burlington gets the ball back! Oh, man! Oh, are you kidding me? I was talking all this talk about momentum and starting the second half like you ended your first. And guess what? Not even 30 seconds in, we have a turnover. Not even on downs, but a very late fumble. I don't even know how the ball came out like that. Almost came out like 20 people were snapping it at once. And now, Gloucester has to try to snap defeat from the jaws of victory. Only second down.
On to the 19, gain of 1 second and 9 for the Northern Burlington.
Hand off. And brought down.
The 15-yard line.
Carried by Cunningham.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Seriously? No!
Hand off. Oh boy, Burgess gets caught up. He stays with it and he's down inside the 15.
Oh, I don't know, 14-yard line? This will be 4th down for the Greyhounds.
Northern Burlington in their huddle. About 2.5 minutes into the second half, you're watching exclusive coverage from Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Burgos gets wrapped up. And that'll be a turnover.
On 4th down, Gloucester takes over 1st and 10.
From the 20-yard line, Gloucester gets the ball back. Deep into the shotgun, O'Connor. Just make sure you don't botch the snap, that's all. Crowd's going crazy. He's looking to throw. Caught by Lewis, and he took a knee. And it'll be 2nd down. You know what's an interesting tidbit? The fact that Bordentown's head coach got dunked with Gatorade and ice about 90 minutes ago on the 40-yard line. And there is still some ice right there and all around the preceding track, even where some of the cheerleaders are standing. And this will really be backed up. What in the world? Did they call a delay of game on Northern Burlington? I was making a note of how It is so cold that that ice is still there, just sitting out in the open. Hasn't melted one bit.
This is going to be the last call for 50-50 tickets. It's going to be purchased at the snack stand. Last call for 50-50.
It'll be 2nd and 20
At the snack stand.
from the 10. Gloucester City with their backs against the wall, but they've seen worse. They've been at their own 1 before. If they can get out of that, they can get out of this. He pump fakes. He lets it fly. Look at this. It is, oh, man. Almost caught by Rogers.
Rogers, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down and still very, very long. Third and 20 from the 10. Bleachers are shaking like we're in California with an earthquake. O'Connor steps back, lets it fly, and this time it's caught! It's caught! Bringing it in! Little with a big play! They're going to line it up again. The catch by Little.
Timeout on the field. Called by Northern Burlington.
Timeout is called by Northern Burlington. They're going to need to recoup after this play. Man, what a play by Cole Little over the middle. Still 8-8 in the 3rd. First and 10 from the 45. I still can't believe they got out of that. I'm like, holy cow. Hand it off. Take it in. Pulled by the jersey is Durham, and he gets shoved out of bounds hard. Will Durham. Durham appears to be fine. I was just surprised. I mean, the sideline almost got absolutely ambushed. Look at this. This is as loud as you can get. They're cranking it up here at J.A. Lynch Field. In the I form, 2nd and 6. O'Connor drops back under pressure. He's going to try to run it, and he doesn't get too far. He gets to the 41.
Put the ball on the 41. So no gain. 3rd down.
Now under 6 minutes left in the 3rd. Holy goodness. Yeah, this is a breath of fresh air compared to the 38-0 and 27-0 games that we saw earlier. It's the highest division. It's got the highest level of competition. And the East seats are going to rumble again. O'Connor under center in the I form. Rogers in the slot. Here we go. Left side. Lewis out of bounds.
And he's brought out around the 36-yard line. You could bring out 4th down and roughly about 2 to go for the Mustangs.
4th and 2. I think it'll be enough so that they can try to push the ball along. I don't think they'll need to punt it up. They shouldn't give themselves up in this scenario. It's a tie game in the third quarter. You have to give it your all. As the center, number 17, Kevin Spencer breaks from the huddle. Man, Gloucester really knows how to celebrate. Here we go. Lewis! Lewis! Brandon Lewis! He's going to go! And he gets it all the way to the 7-yard line. He didn't go all the way, but he got close to it. He got really close to it. Holy cannoli, this is getting intense.
And we have a whole chart to the offense, so unfortunately, Mustangs fans, that ball's coming back.
Well, I'm not going to have those 30 seconds of my life back. I mean, that was a holding call that all of that for Braden Lewis again. Ooh, so close. But yet so far, it doesn't mean that this drive is over. It just means that they're going to have a heck of a more difficult time converting.
And that brings up a 4th and 6 opportunity now for Gloucester.
And now timeout. Gloucester. So Gloucester kind of ices the emotion, and they call a timeout. Still about 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. 8-8. We are tied up. Holy cow. We'll be back after this. Now the whistles are being blown again.
And we have an official whistle that is prior to the snap. Okay, no harm, no foul. 4th down, Mustang.
There's one guy deep in the backfield thinking they're going to punt it. Oh no, the ball's loose! Wait, oh, they are still going to punt it. Okay. I really thought they were going to go for it. And it will be stopped at the 34. Well, all of that momentum really got squandered in the largest possible moment. Just over 4 minutes in the third quarter. I don't know if I'll still have a voice by the 4th. It's 8-8. Northern Burlington in their huddle, and they'll line it up from the 34-yard line. Here we go, and now whistles are blown again. Oh, he can reset. And the handoff gets them about 3 or 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Cunningham on the carry for Northern Burlington. Ball's at the 38-yard line. And second down.
Second and 5. Hand it off. And doesn't really get too far with that. Third down.
Northern Burlington coming up on third down here.
Burgo stops and starts again. Now he misdirects to the left side, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's going in the wrong direction. Tackle made in an emphatic manner by number 21, Ashton Wall. And that will set up fourth down and very long. Well, not incredibly long, only about 4th and 13. But it'll still probably be enough to where Northern Burlington will punt this one away. But man, if Braden Lewis put Gloucester City on top, that would have been something else. Now a high punt. He'll try to block it, but he doesn't do so. Again, a great punt by Hall. And it gets trapped at the 29-yard line. So Gloucester City will be back at it with 1:55 left in the third quarter.
1:55 remaining in the third quarter. Still, by the lead.
Gloucester City will have the ball at the 29-yard line. Bleachers are shaking again. O'Connor trying to make something work. Rogers in slow motion. Flipped back. Lewis. Braden Lewis stays in bounds. He didn't make an attempt to go out of bounds and instead lets the clock roll. O'Connor flips it back to Lewis again. Left side, 50-yard line. He tumbles over.
9-yard line.
And Lewis gets a good conversion there. It won't be enough for a first down, but they'll at least get some good progress, and it'll be third down, it appears. Actually, no, it'll be, I don't know. No, they're not going to flip it. It'll be 2nd and 3. They must have had a new set of downs by the time we got over there. "30 seconds and counting in the third quarter." Maybe one more play, if not two, in the third quarter. Rogers in motion, the handoff kind of got blocked there. And this one doesn't really go anywhere, and the time will wind down to 1-2-0. And we will go to the fourth quarter still tied at 8. Good carry there, though, by Ashton Wall to at least get something out of it.
This is our signal in 4th down. Not mistaken, it's 3rd down. The line of gain is the 46. That is the end of the third quarter. Still tied at 8 after 3.
One more quarter of regulation to play. 10 minutes in the quarter. Oh boy. Sit back and relax, folks, and probably buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride in the fourth quarter. This might be the best game I've ever done.
Officials doing that 3rd down and 4th.
Now, Gloucester's going out to argue their case because they think it's 3rd down. The officials think it's 4th. Gloucester thinks it's 3rd.
Referee Steve, you can look up to the booth, please. Referee Steve, please look up to the booth. Clock official would like to go with you.
So now there's really some utter confusion because, again, the referees think it's 4th down. Gloucester thinks it's 3rd down. I don't even know what Northern Burlington thinks. The Gloucester coach is absolutely livid. Not only with his coach, I don't know who he's livid with. And I think Gloucester's going to advance the ball. And it looks like they will. Doesn't matter what down it is, you're going to move the chains. Now, what would have mattered is if they didn't convert, and then you have that situation of, okay, is it 4th down or is it a turnover on downs? That I understand. But now that you've converted it and you've gotten it out of the way, you don't have to worry about it. It was just like how in the first half, there was the confusion over the timing and how the scoreboard was not exactly being updated to the wishes of the coaches and the officials. They're trying to draw him off sides, but he doesn't do it. They stay very patient. And look at this. Braden Lewis. Braden Lewis. Braden Lewis is down at the 5.
They're on the
Lewis is down at the 5.
first and goal Gloucester on about the 7-yard line.
All right, we'll try to keep the camera on target. As this one lines up, first and goal from the 7-yard line. This could be absolutely huge. Hand it off to Lewis, and it is going to be short of the end zone by maybe a few yards there.
Going to be second and goal from the 2 now.
Second and goal from the 2. They advanced 5 yards on the 1 play. Can they do it again? Hand it off. It's Wall who has it. And Wall is in the end zone. Ashton Wall. It wasn't Lewis. Instead, it was the man who wears number 21, Ashton Wall. Touchdown, Gloucester City. And they will go for the extra point. They'll go for the 2 with Lewis, who made it earlier, which is why we're tied. 14-8. Do they make it the second time? And yes, he does. 16-8.
With 7:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Gloucester 16, Northern Burlington 8.
Oh my gosh, this is getting... We're going to take a breather and maybe I don't know, maybe a fever dream. It's 16-8, 7:50 left in the regulation.
Two things, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for the kick after the Gloucester touchdown. I have the winning 50-50 number. While we're waiting for everybody to get the 50-50 tickets out, we have a lost cell phone that was brought to the snack stand. If you can identify the lock screen on the phone, you may retrieve it. There is a lost cell phone at the snack stand. If you can identify the lock screen, you can have it back. And the winning 50-50 number is 470380.
Liner, and it was batted off of Burgess, but whistles were blown far before the kick reached the ground.
So once again, winning 50-50, 470380.
We'll see what's going on here.
And who knows, if you can identify the lock screen, you might just get a cell phone.
So they'll try this again after a false start on Gloucester's end on the kickoff.
We're going to re-kick here from the 35.
So they'll knock it back 5 yards, and they'll kick it off again. They'll do this again, a short kick, and it is taken in by Northern Burlington. Now, that is a great field position. That's a great spot for the Greyhounds to be in because they're on Gloucester City's side of the 50-yard line. They don't even have to start in their own territory. They've already crossed that line by simply retrieving the kick. So they'll line it up from the 47-yard line. 7 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Oh boy. This is going to be difficult for my MVP votes, that's for sure. 16-8 here in the fourth. White off to Burgos, and he will be taken down for about neutral gain. Not really a loss, but not really anywhere significant either. Not really any much of a gain. They'll do it again. 2nd and 10 from the 47. 7:13 and counting. Flipped back. Burgos, right side. Does he get anywhere? He gets hit hard on the far end of the field. And from the 46, I think. And flags. I thought I saw a flag fly. Yeah, there is. I think there was an unsportsmanlike conduct. I saw one Gloucester guy get in the face of a Northern Burlington guy. He was really trying to show him up. And that happens, but it does happen. But here's the underlying problem. This is the worst time for that to happen. Absolute worst time.
6:52 remaining in the fourth quarter.
We'll see what happens as, personal foul.
All right, we have a dead ball foul. Dead ball personal foul charge to Gloucester.
So they will move the ball along. And now Gloucester's going to argue this. I told you things were going to get intense. And Gloucester City's coach, I've seen him livid before, and this is definitely another situation where he is not happy. He's trying to defend his players. He's trying to make sure that nobody else gets messed up.
Already now on the 12-yard line, and there's another flag.
Now, what is going on here? They're calling a second personal foul on Gloucester. Back-to-back personal fouls on Gloucester City.
Aiden Weber has been disqualified.
And the referees are trying to explain to the Gloucester City coach what was going on. Now, I'm not on the field. I don't exactly have the inside scoop, but if I can guess, if I can kind of guess what's going on, is that the first penalty for a personal foul was on a player, and then the second was on a coach, because he probably said, the magic word that you are not supposed to say, or the magic words, if you will. And that is why we stand where we are right now. And Northern Burlington is as close as they've been to scoring again for a second time. We're going to try to adjust the camera so you can get a better view of the action. Give us 1 sec. So Northern Burlington is still conferencing with their players. Gloucester's standing on the field while their head coach is arguing with the referees, he is livid. The other assistant coaches are livid too. I would not be surprised if there's an ejection or two here. This is giving me flashbacks to week 5, and I don't have a good feeling. So yeah, the delay in this game is not because of a player altercation or the fact that there were 2 personal fouls. It's the fact that the Gloucester coach is so livid with the referees and the officials, and they are just going to walk away. Referees are going to walk away, and there are now significantly less coaches on the sideline. I would imagine somebody got booted from the facilities.
All appears to be sitting at the 6-yard line.
And this is the difference between when I'm doing PA commentary and public address commentary, or play-by-play commentary. Because when I'm doing play-by-play, I let it all out on the line. With public address, and you're addressing the crowd, and the people that are arguing on the field can actually hear you, you have to be a bit more reserved. And right now, I don't think Gloucester's being very reserved at all. But guess what? Now, okay, Gloucester called a timeout, so we still will have another play for the first time in about 5 minutes. 6:52 on the clock. This might be the longest quarter I've seen in a while. And with the 2 personal fouls, worth 30 yards, mind you, this might be a game-time moment right here. Oh, boy. 16-8, 6:52 in the 4th. First and goal from the 6-yard line. Hand it off. Does he get it in? It's going to be short. And they're going to get maybe a yard out of it at best. That looked like that was carried. I couldn't tell who exactly carried that. That might have been number 26. Which would be on the roster. Do we even have a number? Yeah, we do. We have Daniel Bentley on the roster. So, hand it off. Burgos, right side. He gets drilled out of bounds. Oh, man. That was rough. Well, I got to say, excuse me, Lucas. I don't know why I said Jacob Burgos. Lucas Burgos, in the 19. Yeah, he's going to feel that in the morning tomorrow. Up the middle. I can't tell who has it. It's a swarm of defenders. Did it cross the plane? I don't think it did. Gloucester is celebrating like a madhouse. And it is 4th down and goal from inside the 2. Oh, my. Woo! Uh-oh, and now there's a injured Northern Burlington player on the field. So everyone will take a knee. 5 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. This might be the best game I've ever done. I mean, holy cow. You know when you're your blood pressure and your heart rate, they are through the roof right now. He will get up and he will walk off. That might be Christian Hall, which if Northern Burlington scores and they need a kicker, I don't want to be the kind of guy to blame injuries on everything. No, that is not Hall. That is number 81, Jeffrey Greer. So Hall would still be available if a kick were to be needed. 4th down and goal. Up the middle. I think Northern Burlington got it this time, but yes. Wait, no. They're celebrating. Both sides are celebrating. Nobody knows what's going on. And now there's another injured player. I think that's another Northern Burlington fella. So clock is stopped again. Who has what? I thought Northern Burlington had scored. I really thought they did. So they're going to go back out, and yes, they did score. I can't believe it. And Christian Hall looking for the kick of his life. And now I think Gloucester is going to try to ice the kicker. What? Okay. Northern Burlington, they're going to ice themselves. So Northern Burlington calls a timeout. They're second charged. I mean, with all the injury delays, with all the confusion, with the fact that we didn't even know until the kicking team came out that Northern Burlington had scored because the signaling, might not have been exactly concrete. Because Gloucester, I mean, the referees are putting up their hands, for the touchdown signal. And on the other end, Gloucester celebrating like they just won the whole darn thing. So now Northern Burlington will come back out, and again, Christian Hall will attempt what I would say is the kick of his life. Right side of your screen, Christian Hall. Trying to make this from extra point attempt. It's from the 10-yard line. High snap, no! Wait, I think he got it. There's a flag down, though. I think it would be for roughing the kicker. The kick is good. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, the flag is for roughing the kicker because Hall went down. Yep. We are tied again. 16-16. I woke up at 6:30 this morning thinking, oh, what if this doesn't go well? What if all the games are blowouts? I am so glad that this game has turned out like it did for all of our viewers, for all of our supporters and subscribers. Holy cow. I'm just excited. I'm just as excited as you are. I'm like a kid in a candy store. We have 58 people watching us. To all of you, thank you. I mean, oh my gosh, this is... Holy cow. I can't believe what I'm watching right now. Yeah, we got upwards of 60 people watching us. I mean, again, thank you all for your such great extended viewership. Gloucester will kick off. Number 7's getting the crowd hyped up. Aaron Figueroa getting the defense hyped up. Hall with a strong kick. This might be a touchback, and it will be. And that's a good thing, because with how precise Hall has been tonight with kicking the football, and I mean, he had that punt that went all the way to the 1-yard line. Are you kidding me? A touchback is actually favorable for Gloucester.
Mustangs out to the 20-yard line. So Gloucester's going to start out 1st and 10 from there on this fourth quarter effort. 5:30 remaining. Each team with 2 timeouts left.
From the 25. 1st and 10 for Gloucester City. O'Connor trying to make something happen. He pitches it back to Lewis to the left side, and he gets himself out of bounds without any contact from anyone else.
Neighborhood of the 25-yard line. Pick up a final play to 75.
So he didn't get too far with it, but it was enough to move the ball along. Still have some forward progress.
We've seen an 8-8 deadlock at the half, folks, and now we are looking at a 16-all lock-up late in the fourth quarter.
Second and 5. In the I form again. O'Connor under center. Looks like Rogers will be in motion. He'll hand it off to Lewis again to the left side. Will he give up the threat? He will not. In fact, he'll stay in bounds, so the clock will continue running. 5:15. Actually, they're scoring at 5:16, but the clock did stop.
That's enough to move the chains for a Mustang first down.
By the way, that ball was enough to move the chains for a first down. It is interesting hearing the air horns. Feels like I'm in Tampa again. First down from what looks like the 36. Yeah, actually, no, closer to 33, 34. And flag comes flying in. Some jerseys got pulled. This one might be on Northern Burlington.
Ball's at about the 39-yard line.
And I do not want to point fingers in any way. By the way, a holding face mask on Northern Burlington. That is absolutely huge. Knocking him back 15 yards. And also in the WJYFL, it is 15 yards from the spot of the foul. So that's even more. It'll be from the 46, and the clock will run again at 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. What you have to remember, what is key is that for Northern Burlington, I don't want to point fingers again at anybody, whether it's the officials or coaches, but Northern Burlington would not have scored if those 2 personal fouls did not happen. I'm not saying they fell into their lap or anything, but that's how the tide turns. It happens. Hand it off. Ashton Wall gets trapped up.
Progress at the 43-yard line. There's about 3 or 2 in the play.
Going to try to stabilize the camera. From the 44. O'Connor under center. The handoff. Lewis gets pulled. Braden Lewis got pulled hard at the midsection.
No gain on the play, 38. Also playing in the 22 within 36 race to start the start.
Gust of wind making its way into the press box on the second level. 2 minutes and 36 seconds and counting. 16-16. Gloucester City and their fans, their fan base going wild. And for good reason, too. In the shotgun, handed off to Ashton Wall to the left side. This one might be hard to tackle. He'll be taken down, but now I thought the ball had been loose or something, but there was a big roar, an uproar on the Northern Burlington sideline. Tackle was made by Cole Marchetti. And I had to text the league president for this because I wasn't exactly sure what the procedure would be. And I did get clarification that if overtime were to occur, the rules will be the same as college. So each team will be guaranteed a possession from the 25. So at WJYFL overtime is the same as NCAA overtime. O'Connor taps with his right foot to signal for Rogers. He flips it back to Lewis. Lewis is going to go Trey Burton style, but now flags come in for pass interference. He tried to go Philly special style with the running back slash fullback. And pass interference on Northern Burlington. And with 1 minute and 13 seconds left, it is coming down to the wire. And guess what? That pass interference call could be the make or break of today's game. Again, moving it up 15 yards from the spot of the foul. The spot of the foul was about the 30, so where are they going to line it up? Or they're going to line it up from where the foul was committed. So they'll act it like it's a complete pass, if you will. 30-yard line, 1st and 10. O'Connor trying to make this work. Again in the I form. Gloucester City's done that a lot tonight. He hands it off to Lewis. Lewis finds a hole. Marchetti can't get to him. A flag comes flying in at the 30, and he runs himself out of bounds. We'll see what the flag is for. Looks like it's on Gloucester.
The flag at the end of the play.
Maybe on Gloucester. I don't know. If it's on Northern Burlington, then holy cow. Gloucester might have this one in the bag. Nope, it is on Gloucester, a holding call. So that'll knock him back 10 yards.
The 10-yard walk-off for an offensive penalty.
So, yeah, the WJYFL overtime rules are the same as college. No time would be on the clock. It would be the first down from the 25. That's how it would work. Speaking of college football, how about Michigan and Ohio State? If you're an Ohio State fan, I kind of feel bad for you. How about that for Jim Harbaugh, though? 1 minute and 6 seconds. Gloucester City looking to get a title on their home turf. Just like Tom Brady did with the Buccaneers this year at Raymond James Stadium. O'Connor fakes, but he left too much time! And the Greyhounds sack him. He left way too much time. He pumped faked at least twice, if not 3 times. And O'Connor gets sacked in the meantime. This is unbelievable. This is all coming down to the wire. I mean, I'm telling you, it is coming down to the wire. With 24 seconds, they're going to try to hurry it up. Trying to get a little extra from Cole Little. And now Braden Lewis going out there. Rogers staying in the screen. He's going to pass it to Rogers, who's wide open. Down the sideline. Where does he go? He is down the sideline and pushed out at the 15.
16-yard line.
They're out of time. That's the problem.
Time expired. Out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Now we'll see what they call here. The referees are going to confer. I think we're going to go to overtime. This is incredible. I've never had a game go to overtime before. I usually had the opportunity to go home. And some Gloucester City fans are saying that time didn't expire, and Gloucester City's coach again trying to be one with the referees. So now Gloucester City will meet with their team. And we'll try to figure out what's going on. I mean, I know as much as the next guy. So, for those that are just tuning in, or for those that have stuck with us for the whole, I don't know if you want to call it a ride or a roller coaster ride or a violent accident, but it's Dan Wilkins on the mic. Dan Wilkins broadcasting coverage, exclusive coverage of the Gloucester Youth Football League Championship Weekend. I've been here for about 10 hours since 9:30 this morning. And this is incredible.
The time will be posted on the clock. Each team will get a chance to possess the ball.
So again, same rules for college football overtime in the WJYFL. Now we're going to reset it. So what you will see is one OT. So in terms of LED scoreboards, it's quarter number 5, but
if they don't score on that possession, the game is over until the third overtime. That is a shootout.
After the first overtime, the next scorer will win. This might be the best game I've ever watched. I mean, holy cow. There's Lewis and Jacob Burgos out there. Burgos, excuse me. I probably angered a lot of people with that. We'll keep an eye on the coin toss, see what happens. The fans are calling out what he should call. So now they go back to their piles and go back to their respective huddles. You heard the man. You could read his lips. He said several words that I can't say on a broadcast. And he is excited. And so am I. I've worked for Oakland for 3 years, right? I get asked to do the championship game about 4 weeks ago, and little did I know that I'd be sitting here rooting for both teams to absolutely whoop it on the field. I mean, oh my gosh. So again, each team is guaranteed a possession. Each team is guaranteed at least one possession. If they score on the first, then or Gloucester scores on the first, then Northern Burlington has to match that in their half, or else Gloucester wins the game and the championship.
Each team will possess the ball from the 25-yard line.
Keep in mind, only one Super Bowl has ever gone to overtime. And now a WJYFL Championship game will as well. Overtime number 1. Here we go. It's flipped back. Burgos will pass, and it's dropped. It got dropped downfield. Second down. We'll see what they're going to call.
Durham putting fingers on the ball momentarily.
Well, whatever it is, it's on Gloucester. Whatever it is, it's on Gloucester. I think what Gloucester's coach was upset about was the fact that Lucas Burgos was passing the ball. But keep in mind, they did the same thing and they didn't get called for it, so. If you're going to have cake, then eat it too, you know? If you're going to complain about a running back throwing the ball, then one of your guys also did that. So, what's the deal there? From the 25... Rather, from the 15, it looks like. He gets a few yards on that, but nothing overbearing. So it'll be second down at about 6 yards from the 10-yard line. I've been standing since like the third quarter, not taking a breath, not taking a rest. It has just been so up-tempo, so upbeat. This might be, now you can ask the league president, you can ask longtime coaches, this might be one of the best championship games of all time. The best of the best, truly. Burgos gets it to about the 5. Lucas Burgos gets about 4 yards, and that's about it. Now, even if they cross the 3-yard line, they won't get a first and goal, or even if they cross a few yards here, they won't get a first and goal. They have to cross the 3-yard line to get a first and goal. 3rd and 4. They're not out of the woods yet, and it gets trapped up, and swallowed by the Gloucester City defense. Now it'll be 4th down. 4th down and short, maybe 2 yards, 3 if generous. Gloucester City's trying to get everybody on their feet. The kids on the sideline. The kids on the defensive line. They're trying to get their crowd and their group of bleachers absolutely stoked. I mean, come on. It's too good. It is too good. And remember, Gloucester is still guaranteed a possession. So if Northern Burlington doesn't score, then that's bad news. They're going to try a field goal from the 5-yard line. Christian Hall. It's blocked! It's blocked! Are you kidding me? The Mustangs have blocked the kick! Northern Burlington makes a fatal mistake, a near fatal mistake. They go for a field goal instead of trying to convert and get within the 3-yard line. Gloucester City is guaranteed another possession. They'll get it back from the 25. And Lord heavens, the Gloucester City Mustangs are getting ever so closer to a title. But it would be so heartbreaking if that field goal was what took them down. And them as in the Northern Burlington Greyhounds. No butts in seats. Nobody should be sitting down right now. Nobody. And I can see that. There must be a couple hundred people here. And everybody is so pumped, so hyped. This is incredible. O'Connor. Under center again in the I form. Cole Little to his left. Will Rogers to the right. Handoff. Braden Lewis gets pulled by the jersey and gets about 8 yards. Oh boy. Second and 2. They have to get to the 15 to convert and get another first down. I wonder if they get on a 4th. I wonder if they're going to go for a field goal just like Northern Burlington did. Because Gloucester City's defense is faster when it comes to those special teams, although they weren't able to block either of the extra points. The handoff, Lewis gets trapped up, but the whistle's not blown. I thought he had been tackled by Matthew Calero. And it is enough to convert. First down, Gloucester City.
Ball sitting at the 12-yard line now. And first and 10 Mustangs.
First and 10 from the 12-yard line. Mustangs and Greyhounds. Two fierce animals, if you will. Two beasts of their own. One will walk away with that last title sitting in the north end zone. It may be Gloucester, it may be Northern Burlington. We will have to see. In the first overtime, the handoff to Braden Lewis goes nowhere. He got a little bit of progress on it, nothing substantial, but maybe a few yards. That's number 18 on the sideline. Number 80-something. That's Kevin Spencer. No, that's number 18. I'm sorry. Kevin Spencer's the center. Number 18 is Michael Tobin. And Michael Tobin wants everybody on their feet. I think everybody's already on their feet. They know what's at stake. They know what's here. This is one for the ages, folks. You won't want to miss it. Put it on your DVR if necessary. He snaps it back. Lewis has it. He finds a hole. And he may be at the 2-yard line. It's definitely short. That's a given. And they are ever closer to a title. Michael Tobin might just be everybody's Hype Man 101. He knows how to get a crowd on their feet. Look at the head coach. The head coach is as excited as any of these 11 players on the field and the 20 plus on the sideline. 16-16. In overtime, number 1 from the 3-yard line. O'Connor to Lewis. Is it in? Who has it? I think it's short. It is, yeah. Oh, don't tease us like this. Don't let the football gods tease us like this. And now Northern Burlington calls a timeout. All right, everybody. Breathe, breathe, breathe. What you're seeing right now, you're not dreaming. You're not sleeping. This is real. And from the 1-yard line, the Gloucester City Mustangs are about 3 feet away from a title. Timeout's over. And the fun is just beginning. Let them be known. Let them unleash the Mustangs. Can they get it in? And the Gloucester City Mustangs are 2021 140-pound West Jersey Youth Football League champions. Gloucester is on top. 22-16 the final. A game for the ages. We'll look back on this 5, 10, 20 years from now and say, remember that game? Because that's exactly what just happened. The Gloucester City Mustangs, the number 1 seed in the 140s, facing against the number 2 seed in the 140s. Gloucester's back on top. We saw Gloucester play as a broadcaster for the Oakland Cougars. And it was Gloucester City shut out Oakland, Oakland shut out Gloucester City, and then it repeated itself because there were 3 games that day. And that's when I knew Gloucester City was for real. When you only allow less than, 4 or 5 dozen points in a regular season, I can get it if you're the 85s. You allow 12 points in a 9-week regular season. It's the 85s, it's Pee-wee, it's like 6, 7-year-olds. But guess what? This is real. These are seniors that are going to play high school football. They're going to go on to play college football most likely. Gloucester City is a force to be reckoned with for years to come. And look at the head coach. He's fist bumping guys. He's chest bumping. He gets Powerade poured all over him. He's like a kid in a candy store. And I don't blame him. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 WJYFL 140-pound champions. Wow. He's sprinting to the 50, to the 40. He's chasing everybody down. And O'Connor's there to meet him in the end zone and at the north end zone for the trophy presentation. And with that, we say goodbye to a wonderful 2021 season, despite all the hardships, despite all of the technical issues, despite all that it took to get here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to the West Jersey Youth Football League and Russ, the league president, for giving me this opportunity to broadcast these championship games for everyone to watch. I really, sincerely do hope that you all enjoyed the broadcast as much as I did. And well, our next chapter will have to wait until 2022. Let's turn this thing around. From J.A. Lynch Field. This camera's a little crooked, but it doesn't matter. From J.A. Lynch Field, I'm Dan Wilkins. We'll see you next year, ladies and gentlemen.